Looking for rig sports content? I got that. Curious about the entertainment industry and its many dark secrets? Got 'em. Live stream content? Hell yes. Rig sports clips? Check. Music? Bam, we got that too. Now click that subscribe button and ring that bell. I really didn't think I'd be making this announcement, but follow me on TikTok at Lobo_SnapGod. All of the O's are zeros, and I'll be dropping exclusive content. So stay tuned, follow me over there. Let's get to double digits, then triple digits, then quadruple digits, and so on and so forth. Follow the boy. And no, I ain't doing none of them dumbass dance challenges. We are back. Part 14 of Rigged NBA. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, bring that notification bell. See what's good with the people right now. Let's see, it's been hard, scheduling all this stuff. I'll be scheduling for one day. Then I'm like, okay, I probably did too much right here. I got to push it back. You know how that go. What's good with you, Mike C? You said, yeah, the NBA was the first pro sport you noticed that was blatantly scripted. Too many coincidences. That word coincidences. To help Vegas make money, too many easy missed tackles, blown coverages. Exactly. What's good with you, Tribe of Israelite Judah 284? Oh, let me get my volume right. All right, there we go. Said the game a joke now. The Sixers can't play basketball, and then B decides to take a game off. Shaking your head. Yeah, I was looking at the play where the ball hit him in the face. That honestly, that shit looked fake. Excuse me. I get he was wearing a mask and all that. You would think that was the whole point of protection. But on one end, I've never played a basketball game having to wear a mask like that. So who's to say on that one? But from my perspective, it looked fake. Okay, so you said that a Mets coach came out saying that the MLB has been juicing baseballs on nationally televised games for more, I guess you're saying years, hours? Wow. Oh, home runs, my bad. I don't know why I said hours. Damn. For more home runs, yeah. I feel like that's been acknowledged. In some way, even ESPN is like delved into that one. But it's crazy you see like an actual, coach saying that. Yeah, that's true. What's good with you, Blackbird? You say Blackbird is in the motherfucking building. Yeah, man. This is part 14. I got part 15 dropping tomorrow. Same time. See what? Damn, I missed it. I just saw it. Who I got winning the East and the West? In the West, I got Golden State. In the East, I got Boston. If I had to pick a close second, I would say Philadelphia. Out of the East. What's good with you, First Lady Erica? What's good with you? That dude Dorian Carter, future NBA commissioner. Say YouTube since I knew that was you just by the name. But yeah, if it's how you titling shit, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's funny. So I was spinning y'all. Who's winning the Suns Mavs series? Man, if I had to lean one way, I'm going to say Dallas. It's time they push Luka, push that foreign NBA player agenda, push that further. So that Grizzlies Warriors game was scripted as hell. Big Bambino selling, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah, that half-court shot by Ja, that was some bullshit. Like I said before, basketball shots don't hook left or right. You can make passes hook because you put enough force on the ball to make it hook. Shots, no. So you got the Mavs winning that. And then on top of it, I forgot, the Ja Morant injury, it clearly looked like Jordan Poole pulled on Ja's leg on purpose. It looked like he purposefully injured him. Damn, y'all got this shit jumping right now. You got the Suns and Warriors in the West and the Heat and Boston in the East. Honestly, I got Philly winning this series and then losing to Boston. They're saying that nurse Kevin Samuels would have killed him. I mean, I said that shit Friday. Like, of course. You just think about all of the coincidences there that he just so happened to meet up with her and then he drops dead suddenly. Come on. Like, she ain't have shit to do with it. Of course she did. How come Jaws out? The injury. For starters, that's why. And then you got to think about how they can sway money. They can put as much money on, say, Golden State. Have Golden State drop a game. They're up 3-1 now. Have them lose game 5. Make it 3-2. Then Golden State, of course, closes it out. Warriors have Ukraine's colors. That country over there. Rams, yeah. Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Kansas has the same colors, too. Add a little bit of red in there. Say blue and yellow make green, so you think it'd be Warriors versus Bucks or Celtics. All sports and entertainment, yep. Oh, yeah, of course. You seen like how many people have talked about where there's still people talking about the whole Kevin Samuels situation, of course. Because actually, I want to go back to that real quick. You think about in the last week, we had Kevin Samuels dying, Rashad Jamal getting arrested, Von Tucut getting arrested all in the same week. That's not a coincidence. Larry Johnson said the champion will be wearing green. Interesting. I assume this was a tweet. I said tweet. A tweet, T-Lo. I'm going to have to look for this. Very interesting. Will be wearing green. What about the war? I ain't talking about that. I'm going to say this, the world is a stage. Scorpio X, I'm going to say that. The world is a stage. I'm going to say it like that. What's good, Joseph Blue? Have I got my movie list together? Well, y'all are still adding to that community post, so it's getting added as y'all post, basically. Because there's like a lot of the first ones that were named, I've already seen, like the iRobots, stuff like I Am Legend, stuff like that I already seen. I was looking for like, the ones people started naming, the ones I've like never heard of or I've heard of but never got around to. So, it's building up. Give me something to watch because Netflix dropping the ball with the shows they got. Thought that the Celtics and Bucks game 3 or 4 in the last minute was rigged. Yeah, it was at game 3 that putback before Al Horford put the ball back when it was too late with the tip in. Yeah, I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, they pushed that one out. They definitely pushed that one out. And I wanted to see the replay of the miss, but of course they didn't show the replay of the miss. They showed Al Horford's late tip in where the lights was already red. The clock had already went to 0 as the ball was already touching his hands. Which is kind of funny now you think about it. They made the focal point Al Horford in that moment who wears 42. And in that game, Giannis scored 42 points. And we know 42 in the N-word in gematria. Actually, there was something else about that game. I'll probably get back to it later. They Zelena Slavic for Green, and Zelensky was in the Green Party in the show he played in about being president. The show he played in about being president. Look at that. Good shit there, Frederick. Good shit. Oh, shit. You trying to holler at this woman. Say, he was like her son's age. Damn. What do I think about John Morant's injury? If it was real, it was definitely done on purpose. Could it be fake? I wouldn't be surprised. If he came back just jumping out the gym all over the place like we're used to seeing, then that shit was fake. Then the whole Steve Kerr thing pushing, that agenda. I don't even have to, go too far into that, but, pushing that agenda. But you always got to keep that relevant in some way in sports now. You ever notice that? Say Dylan Brooks making that buzzer 3 last night. Gamblers lost money on that one shot. Well, I'm thinking about Desmond Bain. His shit was magnetic as hell, too, at the end of the third quarter. His feet weren't even set, bro. That shit should not have gone in. Say, do I have the Mavs winning tonight? Yes, I do. You saw a video that explains the similarities between LeBron James and Giannis' playoff careers that go through Boston. Oh, really, bro? I want to see that. I want to see that video. HD said it best. Giannis is the new LeBron. Think about bully ball. He runs through people to get to the basket. The only difference is Giannis don't come with all the baggage that LeBron James does. Heat killing the Sixers with Embiid. Maxey just missed the easy jump shot. Yeah, the Heat up 69-51 right now. I don't know if my stream's late, but yeah, like this series I could see going to 7. Talking about Philadelphia and Miami. Because it was like the first 2 games, you know, Embiid was out. James Harden was playing like he was mailing it in for the season. And then games 3 and 4, we saw the script being flipped. Key words there. You've been watching the playoffs with your older brother and his girlfriend. That's what's up. He put on Instagram. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll just look up Larry. I'm going to say Larry Bird, but Larry Johnson on IG. I'll check that out. Team that's going to win will be wearing green, so that really narrows it down to 2 teams unless you bring up what somebody already mentioned, you know, with the blue and the yellow. Let me get that background music too while we at it. Put that on 17, 18. All right, there we go. Yep. It's they light switch. Was the Kentucky Derby rigged? Of course. If you can, first off, with the Kentucky Derby, I remember how much money people put on that. People that don't even really bet on sports. The one time they suddenly decide to bet on sports is whether it's always the Super Bowl or the Kentucky Derby. That's the 2 main times someone who never follows any type of sporting event will put money on something. Kentucky Derby and the Super Bowl. Of course it is. Check out the Believers. All right, I'll add that to the list. I'll write that down right now, PJ. Yeah, they rig horse races by juicing the horses. I'm not surprised. He the same one who's just look up his TED Talk. That's all I'm saying. Just look up his TED Talk. Was that like 15 years ago? I don't know if it was 15 years. It was a minute ago. It was before this whole shit popped off. And what he had to say about, you know, things that get injected into your body. Then even in those games in Boston, Milwaukee, just flagrant foul left and right. It was annoying. Yeah, one thing I noticed about those games, let me go to it, because I got to talk about the Adrian Payne thing too after that. But yeah, game 3, let's see, Boston at one point was down 14. Managed to make a comeback, of course, to make it close and interesting. They would lose on the tip end. They got pushed out. And the refs swallowed their whistle during the last 30 seconds. Because think about it, there should have been fouls called on Drew Holiday on the offensive end, knocking down Tatum. And then on the defensive end, they called a common foul instead of a shooting foul on Marcus Smart when it should have been 3 shots instead of 2. Makes a big difference in that game. Then game 4, Giannis was talking that shit to Horford, and he got what was coming to him. Pause. Now the series is tied 2-2. Another thing I found interesting was Tatum and Horford both had 30 points playing 42 minutes. That number 42 rears its head yet again. And the other thing is, I've seen so many bounce passes go to the wrong team. It doesn't make sense. Like, you can clearly tell they're passing the ball to the wrong team on purpose. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. So it was just yesterday he said that. Damn. I see his Fox still. Yeah, I'm a little surprised he went straight to, you know, Fox announcing. I would have figured Brady would have been one of the dudes that, you know, just chilled out, did something else, maybe got into like acting in movies or, TV shows or something. More so movies. I didn't expect him to be, an announcer. But I mean, this is Tom Brady. Think about the credentials he has coming into Fox Sports. Kevin Sims was the first one in this time to check hoes and correct bitches on a national platform, and he died on top of a hoe. What a way to go. Nigga fucks himself. Man, damn. A real nigga. Oh, shit, that's funny. That's funny as hell. I really think Mavs beat Suns in this series, pumping up Luka. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So you got the Heat in 6. Interesting. So he bully foots his way to the hoop. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that in Big Pontiac's live stream, too. Say the playoffs is refreshing without LeBron. Yeah, I definitely like it a lot more without LeBron. Because they don't have a choice but to talk about everybody else. So the NBA, yeah, Magnets, what do you say? The Magnetic Basketball Association, yeah. Was it Scrub Zero? I remember he the one who said that shit. Yeah, Larry Johnson been spoke out on that shit. Yeah, you right. The Giannis just does Euro steps and spin dunk like 1,000 times. And the thing about Giannis, I don't even really, I don't hate Giannis. It's just his playing style I don't care for. They don't bring up the fact he does purposefully injure players. They never bring that up. How convenient. He can't shoot. If it weren't for Magnus, he wouldn't be making them goddamn jump shots. Of course, the bully footing his way to the basket. I just don't care to see that shit. Mess with Target because it's one girl you met. She's really cool friend, no cap, but you heard Target pushing that. Yeah. Already with Pride Month underwear and some other shit. Yeah, they're going to push that. It's more lucrative for them to do so anyway. People know how much we're in trouble. Some people do. There's people waking up to it. And then there's the ones that just go along with whatever they put on TV and just don't even question shit. Of course, they don't know. What's good with you, PJ Allen? So LeBron stole literally everyone's signature move. Yeah, he took a step back 3. Mess with the girl, just not Target. I feel you. What's good, homie? 43. See, last year, Kentucky Derby winning horse tested positive for substance, then died soon after. I don't even remember who won it last year. They make sure the playoffs are extra crazy when Braun is not in them. As they should. But I feel like when Braun's in it, it's super predictable. It's like, okay, LeBron's going to get to the finals. The question is he going to win or is he going to lose? You didn't know Big 30 was a money bag yo artist? Yeah, you thought it. Yeah, he was he cool with Pooh Shiesty, but they signed to different labels. Because Big 30 was part of Chopper Gang. Or is, should I say. And they do have the same cadence. They really do. So you can't stand the Warriors. I don't really mind the Warriors. At this point, as long as LeBron's on it, there's not really a team I don't care for. Actually, there are 2. I say Dallas and Phoenix. I don't really care for either of those teams. I don't know, just something about that series I don't care about. The AP is from your side of town. He's from your high school alumni. You remember coming home from Virginia to see him play. Sad case. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, so that whole situation just sounds fishy. It's clearly a sacrifice. Allegedly. Gotta throw that out there. Think about it, he was already teammates with Draymond Green. A post-game interview or press conference or whatever. He was talking about how he didn't like to show emotion. He didn't like to cry in front of people. Of course, he covering his ass. Draymond said he donated $100,000 to a charity or foundation. And he was getting Tom Izzo and other players in the NBA that went to Michigan State to donate as well. But what I found interesting was Adrian Payne equals 59. He died on 5/9 at 31 years old, which mirrors 13. The police got the call at 1:30 a.m. There's that 13 again. He died on a date with 56 date numerology. Blood sacrifice equals 56. Go figure. It was a result of a gunshot. Gunshot equals 31. What age did Adrian Payne die? 31 years old. Would you look at that? And that same night, the Warriors went up 3-1. There's that 3-1 again in their series against Memphis. The date numerology for that date, 5/9/22, was also 18, which is 666, and 36. And you know how they love those threes and those sixes. At one point, Payne played for the Orlando Magic. He ends up getting killed in Orlando. Go figure. And the man accused of shooting Payne said it was justified. They put that in quotes. Justified equals 59, just like Adrian Payne equals 59. Pay attention to the quoted words they put in these little news stories and news articles. And when Draymond Green found out his close friend and teammate had died, he was crushed. Again, in quotes. Crushed equals 33. You know how they love that number 33. And Payne died 66 days after Draymond's last birthday, which was March 4th, 2022. So that game was sloppy as hell. Did I see Justin's new video? No, I didn't even get a notification for it. I don't even know why, but I didn't even get a notification for his next video. I'm gonna have to look that up then. Yeah, Miami was at 78-58. And they spanking them. Do I think the Sixers win? I got them winning the series, not the championship. Or the East. Said Brady is doing a movie. Oh, really? Okay. I ain't know that. So what's the deal with Tracy McGrady? I assume you're talking about Kevin Samuels or something. I ain't saying they're the same person. I don't believe that. But I think the Heat will win the championship this year. No. So you got Sixers in NBA Finals. Will they fix this? Well, if they are, of course, the refs, the magnets, and all that shit gonna bail them out. Then you have to have coaches do dumb shit, like leave players in that shouldn't be in the game at certain points in the game to make all this shit work out. Say Draymond's a dirty player. I mean, yeah, you saw he kicked the dude in the nuts. And he said it's part of a basketball move. No, it's not. Yeah, I be saying dumb shit again. Here we go. Giannis can't play without Derrick Henry stiff arms and Barry Sanders spin moves. Yeah, he being a running back out there. You should see fan counts when he shoots his free throws. Yeah, I did like that when he was playing the Hawks and they was doing a little countdown. I did like that. That was cool. He went to Kohl's, JCPenney, and Macy's. They have Pride shirt. Wow. I'm not surprised, but damn. I'm telling you, do I think I'll do live streams on baseball fixing? Nah, baseball too goddamn slow for me, dude. As far as doing a live stream, no. Nah. Because it takes literally like 5 minutes between each pitch. The amount of acting you see from the NBA, NCAA players is crazy to see, becoming more obvious and obvious that people speak on the games. Speak of the games being rigged, and yet they still don't believe it. Yeah, exactly. Just like whoever that dumbass was who commented earlier. Facts. Medina Spirit. Yeah, that was the name. Medina Spirit. Said Pooh and Big 30 are cousins. I thought it was Pooh and Big Scar are cousins. I thought Big 30 was just cool with him, but I know Pooh and Big 30 are cousins. Or not Big 30, Big Scar are cousins. Just like Jordan Poole injured John Morant. Giannis injures Kyrie on purpose. And he injured, who was that? Trae Young. He hurt him too. You know, win the championship. Plus Jordan Poole is from Milwaukee, which was interesting to you. Yeah, I just found that out today. Why are they pushing Jordan Poole so hard? Push him as like, you know, the third piece. The third offensive piece to the Warriors since they don't have Kevin Durant anymore. You know, they push him as a third splash brother. What do I see? Food shortages happen, or I guess when? Or what do I see? Food shortages happening too soon, and they really fix games to keep people mental slaves. Yeah, I mean the food shortage shit going on now. WNBA, yeah, but don't nobody want to watch the WNBA. Targets the Aussie and yeah. All these signs you see and shit out here has some type of symbolism to them. You just think about Saturn. That's literally Saturn worship. Fucking name of the car brand or car make is Saturn. Same with Toyota. That's Saturn. The little T with the, yeah, that's Saturn. So you glad they bringing back the old cursive font? Yeah, me too. Said, what about baseball? I heard it's, yeah, of course. Ralph Everson, yeah, New World Order. I've heard of this book, but I haven't read it. How does that work that you pick the people to sacrifice? Is it one with the most power? Yeah, basically like who you pick decides how much success you have, for how long you have success. Like if you pick somebody who you're like an acquaintance with, it ain't gonna go that far. Like if you're a rapper, it might last a couple months. If you pick someone close like a mother or father, it might go farther. It all depends. A friend, of course, is gonna be worth less than a relative. Plinko is rigged. I don't know what that is. I don't know about all that, man. I ain't pay attention to that. That Adrian Payne sacrifice could be Warriors championship clue. You know what's funny is I was watching a video of Draymond Green speaking on it, and like I looked down in the comments, someone was like, that's the perfect narrative for the Warriors to win a championship. And it wasn't even like on some, like, it wasn't even about being a blood sacrifice. It's just interesting that this dude made that comment. I was like, could it be? Who knows? Or it could be just to get to the championship. You been paying attention to UFC? Yeah, I don't really keep with UFC too much. Damn. Do you think the Warriors win because there's some connections? Say, what happens if they break the script? They gonna get punished for it. Say, Golden State Warriors are originally the Philadelphia Warriors, when Philadelphia Warriors were in their prime. The star player was named Kerr. Now they're in Golden State. The coach is Kerr. Like Big Pun mentioned, it could be a wilt ritual. Remember who won in college basketball this year? Kansas. Where did Wilt play? Kansas. Warriors will be 7-5 on 75th season. 121 equals Golden State. NBA 2022 Finals champs equals 122. And Kansas, yeah, like I just said, Kansas wins. And Wiggins played for Kansas. Doc Rivers a good coach. Is he fixed? Doc Rivers throws a lot of games. Remember, he don't make no adjustments when clearly you should make an adjustment. That's the one thing about Doc Rivers. You can tell that nigga throwing games. He been throwing games for years, and he been coasting off that Boston championship. Yeah, they throw up different hand signs. Yeah. Then on top of that, the batters are told what pitch it is. It's like Georgia won an NCAA football staffer won Super Bowl, played for Georgia, and it's funny, Atlanta, LA, and Kansas have some connections. There's always some sacrifice of coincidental deaths. Coincidental. Yes. Yes. Poole versus Milwaukee's from Milwaukee. Interesting. Did I watch Backlash? No. I don't watch WWE anymore unless it's the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Other than that, I don't really keep up with it. There's just too many people that are new that I don't really know about. What's good with you, Jordan Johnson? JJ. Say you saved the YouTube video and it's gone now. Damn, I hate when that happens, bro. Brian Toohey, yeah, I have the fixes in. Yeah, that's the one he talks about NASCAR. That's where I got that shit about what is it? The call and all that stuff about how NASCAR is scripted and rigged. Yeah. Shout out Brian Toohey. Actually, hell, if you ain't been to his website, go check out his website. Because he used to do like a week by week breakdown of just like different things from different games as far as what stuck out, whether it be different non-calls of penalties. I don't know if he talked about the grip gloves with the magnets, but he just talked about, players doing dumbass shit. And he's got videos about the hockey puck and magnets and the golf ball. The Kenneth Wiggins warned people years ago, if you don't nobody watch that shit. How did Draymond pick AP out of all of them? Could be because it's least expected. Only thing that has been rigged was Jokic winning MVP again over Embiid. Yeah, I scratched my head on. I was like, they really giving it to him twice, but that goes back to the European player agenda. 2 MVPs now? Come on. And then last year was Jokic winning MVP and Giannis Finals MVP and champion. They from Europe. Got the Suns over the Warriors. Interesting. What's good with you, Bronze Flat Power Guy in the building? Never go to last time motherfuckers harass you to buy something and everything is on clearance in there. I don't think we got a last stop here in Tennessee. Said John with the fake ass injury. Yeah, next game he probably gonna be jumping out the gym like usual. It'd be funny if he put a dude on a poster. Actually, no, it'd be funnier if he put Jordan Poole on a poster. Say the next game. Say he comes back out the gate. Yams on the motherfucker. And the announcer's going to make a point to point that out. So they can make this year. They give Curry his shining moment 2015. The Cavs were injured. 16 lost. 17 18. KD doesn't count. This is Curry's moment for them to hand them a finals MVP. And then there's a year KD went down and they lost. And Clay went down too. Let me hit you in a mail shot through down and see if you're standing up 1 minute. The thing about WWE is people know it's fake. And it's really the theatrics behind WWE. That's what people really are drawn to. The NBA, what the average fan is drawn to is the idea that, or the belief that it's real. With wrestling, it's fake, but the whole mystique behind the Undertaker, Kane, and all the little backstories is what makes you, or which draws you in as a fan. Like KD's MVP streaks, yeah, that shit was legendary. Wasn't good. OG Paul, Wheezy, God's creation. I'm amazed I got that on the first try. Imagine spending your whole lifetime thinking you making it big in sports and it's been a dumb script the entire time. Niggas so gullible. Yeah, that's like Hazanya. Yeah, Hazanya started speaking out about it, but of course they didn't get a whole lot of media coverage because it's Hazanya. And they gonna sweep it under the rug. You know, First Take ain't gonna talk about that shit. Yeah, I got a video on that. Brittany Griner has an Adam's apple. That's all I gotta say. Well, I'll see. Do I watch Owen Benjamin? He got kicked out of Hollywood because he was against the Transformers kids. No, I ain't heard about this. I ain't heard nothing about Owen Benjamin in this. Second to last message. Buckets. Yeah, it's way back there. Unless you just reposted it again. That is weird if the video just got deleted like that though. All right, with the WNBA, none of that shit is surprising though. Like, come on. There's only a couple that did their own shit. It was like the ones that rapped. Like R-Truth did his own. John Cena did his own. There wasn't a whole lot that did their own. Who is saying that? Who is saying that? Jokic better. Who is saying that? How come the fixes in doesn't mention the fact that NCAA is rigged? Well, shit, maybe he just want to talk about pro sports. You're going to have to ask him. I don't know. I ain't write that book. I think about all these players coming against Tannehill all of a sudden over somebody who's probably will be a bust. And Malik Willis is good drama. I mean, this ain't nothing new. Joe Flacco said the same shit when Lamar was drafted. He's like, it ain't my job to mentor this dude. He finna take my job. Say, when us men gonna stand up and fuck the system up? Shit. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Society too feminized at this point. It really just boils down to the younger generation on that one. No, I just answered that. What's the video called? Hazanya talking about? No, it's a story. It's not necessarily a video. You just look up Mario Hazanya, NBA, rigged, scripted. You'll find it. I think it's HEZJ. Or no, HEZONJA. Hazanya. Who I got winning this game? This game is looking like Miami. Series, I have Philly. Well, think about this LA Lakers, the one Doc Rivers, the next coach. I think Sixers fired Doc, and why would Lakers want him if he throws games? Also, do I think Bulls are good or major rigged? It's definitely some rigged. They have good pieces. Talking about the Bulls now. That is funny for Doc Rivers to go to the Lakers. That's super ironic considering who he beat to win that championship for Boston. But I mean, with the Lakers, it could just be anything to bring attention in LeBron's direction. Your media class professor said the NBA is like WWE and because of the storylines. Damn. I never had a journalism teacher ever refer to sports as entertainment or anything like that, which is surprising. But yeah, I never had that. Say this is a replacement Megan Fox. Yeah, that's a transformer, all right. That's all I'm gonna say. The Adam's apple. That was the dude talking inside of Brittany Griner. So Brittany could beat Cousins. Shit. Have I seen his Mick Ultra commercial? Yeah, there's two of them. Both commercials suggest Heat win the finals. I did see that. I was like, very interesting. And it could be a reward for, them throwing that 2020 bubble chip that doesn't count for LeBron and the Lakers. Because remember, Dallas threw that championship against the Heat back in 2006. They got rewarded in 2011. And Mark Cuban went on record saying, we tried our best to lose that series. Who says that? We tried our best to lose that series. Damn, and Practical Jokers is still on. That's crazy. I fuck with that show, though. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, R-Truth used to open for Pac back in the day. Damn. I'm not surprised, but I ain't hear that story. You cuss out the schoolboy in your city, and women and children were thanking you. You a lion surrounded by sheep men. That's good for you. I assume it's for all the rainbow shit and all that. That's what I'm assuming. And that's good for you. I remember there was that one, teacher? Yeah, that one teacher that spoke out and lost his job because he was the only one on the faculty that would actually speak out about that shit. While the other teachers just went along with the shit and just stayed quiet. MLB caught juicing baseballs on nationally televised games. I think that's the name of the video. Okay. Harden's a man's man. Remember, you used to have to fight for all your friends because they scared. Men are raised to be scary these days. Yeah, society is way softer. I saw that whenever I was in middle school. When I was in 6th grade, that's when the term cyberbullying first reared its head. That was 2006. Actually, 2005. Cyberbullying first reared its head in school. It wasn't really taken seriously, but that's when you first started hearing it. I got that in a video. Doesn't McMahon work with the NFL? I know he works with the XFL. Yeah, Philly ain't got it this game. He was talking about how it was rigged. Yeah, he said it was scripted entertainment, straight up. But he tell the truth in jest. Appreciate it, Crypto Dolphin Super Bowl. It's good, blue pyrotech. They use basket manipulation to rig every shot game by game. Yes. Then Young Thug Gun and YSL going to beat their case. You think they will niggas be hating? They got 56 counts on 5/9/22, which had a date numerology of 56. That shit was scripted. That shit is one big humiliation ritual. Ain't Young Thug coming out with an album soon? Let's see, his baby mama just passed, a few weeks ago. Not his case. And he got an album dropping. Look at that. How convenient. Can I do some live streams, old NBA games, 90s like Bulls to show they fixed games compared to now of less tech? They been had the magnet technology. They ain't no new shit. They had that shit back in Jerry West days. So this magnet shit, MJ had the magnet assistance. Kobe had the magnet assistance. Jerry West had the magnet assistance. It's nothing new. The only difference is they didn't probably updated it. The way the shit was working, with Jerry West, his half-court shot, the net went up before the ball went in. The ball fully went in, the net came up. That's not normal. Versus now, you just got to get the ball around the square, and then it'll beeline with the missile technology. Shout out Big Pontiac. With the missile technology to go in. Or hit the backboard and go in. Thought the Heat's time was up. Nah. They're going to keep the Heat as a contender for a while. In the past, they used to use officials and also free throw disparities, to rig the games. Now they use no, they've been using magnets. They still use that other shit too, with refs, of course. Because they act like they're oppressed. In fact, they do the most of the oppressing to men. Yeah. Your professor said the NFL is all about the gameplay instead of storyline. What do I think? That's not true. That's not true at all. It's all about storylines. It's not about gameplay. That's 3 times now. I don't know what you... I don't even remember what the other one was, man. Unless you're talking about the video they took down. You think it's still a chance they'll make Zion one of the face of the league? Yes, he's not a bust yet. I think they're going to find a way to get him out of New Orleans. Get him in a bigger market. Who are my Super Bowl contenders? Like I said, I haven't really thought about it too much right now. But as if I had to pick some teams, you got Denver, Tampa Bay, just off the sake Brady is there as a Super Bowl contender. Who else? I'm not gonna say Cleveland. I don't see them giving Cleveland a Super Bowl nod with the black quarterback on top of that. But right now I'm gonna say Denver. And someone mentioned Arizona. I ain't got Arizona winning, but it could be Arizona as a contender. Say John Moran, it was so scripted for his performances. Yeah. They with a name like Zion, he definitely would be in a script. Yeah. Like you don't have someone going number 1 overall named Zion. And you build this hype up from him being in high school, following his career then. Then he goes to Duke, a prestigious college university, playing under Coach K with the funny last name. And to be the number 1 overall pick to where they had to rig the draft like they always do to get him to New Orleans to make up for the Anthony Davis trade. That'd be a mega bust if you went by the name Zion, went number 1 overall, went to Duke, and didn't do shit in the league. That would be a super bust. Do I follow Larry Johnson? No, I don't follow him. Of course, I know what he's said about rig sports and all that, but he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's controlled opposition. Remember that. What's good, Caleb? You know why Duke lost to UNC 3 times this last year. Duke will be rewarded soon. The media luck hyped up the Coach K farewell tour only to be all about Roy as a ritual. Yes. Say Thug about to drop his biggest album. His lawyer said he will fight till his last drop of blood. Last drop of blood. And then you look at his album cover. What's he covered in? Blood. Which series I think going to 7? Philly, Miami. If the NBA was smart, that Phoenix, Dallas one should go to 7. If they're smart. Golden State, Memphis, no. If the NBA was smart, that Boston, Milwaukee series should go to 7 as well. You heard that new Kendrick album came out? No, I heard his new single. Things I'm supposed to drop this Friday. Yeah, they sell those with the clothes now. Or they been doing it at Walmart. Curry can win his 13th year. You got a point about that 13th year. We need him. Doc Rivers versus Boston. Hey, that'd be a story for sure. They screwed Hubert Davis up. They made him like he was all great and probably won't make it far at all next season with all UNC group, with the whole UNC group returning. Fans will be calling to fire Hubert. Nah, not after 1 year. Damn. Surprised the NBA hasn't pushed for Joel versus Giannis yet in the playoffs. Yeah, that is surprising too. That's very surprising. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before they push Luka to that next level. He eventually gonna get the Giannis treatment in a couple years. Stephon Diggs starring in the new Marvel movie. No, I haven't. That is interesting. Got mad she couldn't vote because her husband allowed his mom to vote over her. So basically women joined for a lack of knowledge. Yeah, that whole thing. Not a fan of it. Amazing how the same teams always suck, especially small markets, even with number one picks. Yet they continuously make bad moves. Bad front office moves. I think LeBron will be the GOAT after he was never the GOAT. Yeah, I feel you on that, Dorian. I agree with that. Says Zion will be good. They basically are a breeding ground for the NBA. Lonzo, AD, CP3, Ingram, Pelicans are owned by the NBA. Yes. Yeah, this game over with 117-81. Minute 45 left. Is preseason for the NBA, NFL, and MLB scripted? Yes. I remember reading an article where in the preseason of the NFL, the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator of opposing teams say they got to play the next game. Like, say they meet up at a bar for drinks because they friends in real life. Would tell the other one what they're finna do. Like, okay, after the kickoff on this play, we're going to run such and such and such and such. And after that, we're going to do this. And then say the defensive coordinator be like, all right, well, we going to do this, 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 and this. So, yeah, that shit's scripted too. Really, they just trying to see who fits in the script better. Like, who can sell the shit better. Because, of course, players still get cut. Like, if you're garbage, like clearly a garbage player, you're going to get cut. Like, clearly garbage. I ain't talking about, like, you're good enough to be on a team, but you ain't really good. I mean, like, you're just garbage. Like, you shouldn't have been there in the first place. You ain't heard about Zion in a long time because that nigga ain't played in a long time. He just been dunking on Instagram and shit. Why is Larry controlled opposition? He was affiliated with, he lived with Jay-Z at one point. He was throwing up the dynasty sign and all that when he was playing in the league. He was, what do you have, Rock Nation Management? I don't really need to go farther than that. So yeah, he was closely affiliated with Hove. I don't even have to go any further than that, like I said. See what we got. So I'm about to sign the extension. People gotta follow the narrative script. He might do that signing trade. That's what he probably finna do. They sell a lot of Ravens stuff. Yeah, I've been to DC. That's why I got my Ravens hat. I knew they was gonna have a lot of Ravens gear out in DC. Because of course that's the most popular team. Let's be real. The damn sure ain't the Commanders. Don't nobody want no Commanders gear. New Orleans was never a small. I ain't say city. They're a small market team. I do one on how MJ was helped by rigged games, not because he was so good. You'd appreciate that. I might just do a video on that. Because he got a lot of help from the refs too. And like I mentioned before, the magnets. What's the background audio? It's some shit StreamYard added. They got like options for different music and stuff now. Which they should have been added at, to be honest. Feminism destroyed the black family and community. It's destroyed more than just the black community and black family. One of my thoughts on NBA and ex-NBA players getting stuck on TV like in a trance. People glitching up, basically. We got Jalen Rose, who was essentially a robot. Shaq was essentially a robot with that shit. Shaq done froze up more than once. That's the crazy thing. Jay Will. I don't remember the Jason Williams one. Draymond, I remember that. And I remember people at the nurse say, oh, Draymond just hot. No, weed don't make you do that. His eyes would have been like lower and squinty if he was high. His eyes were not that at all, and they weren't even red. Say Vince Carter the other day. I ain't seen the Vince Carter one. I'm gonna have to look that up, man. But yeah, like I said, some of these niggas gotta be robots, bro. And if it's not that, it's obviously MK Ultra. That's like 2 Chainz froze up when he was with Kevin Garnett, and I forgot the other player he was with. It was like a part of the TNT broadcast. 2 Chainz was like palming the basketball just like this. And KG had to like tap him a couple times to say his name to catch his attention and break him out of it. Both parents go to work, kids go to school, and now the devil goes to work. I mean, your kids is in the hands of the government more than with their own parents, unless you homeschool. Which state do I think will be the market for sports? I guess you're asking like what's like as far as like the major market. You got California. Florida, they don't have enough successful teams consistently. But you got to look at California as far as sports go. Think about baseball. You got the Dodgers. The Angels, they give the Angels that push. You got Ohtani, cover athlete for MLB The Show 22. Great game, by the way. The UFC Trojans have made that comeback, or they're making that comeback. UCLA got good again in football. So you got to look towards California. Have I heard of Sherazard Ali? No. Well, I think Lakers show on HBO Max. Now NBA was how NBA was crackheads were literally going out of business. Huh? Okay, I guess you're asking were there crackheads in the NBA. I think that's what you asking, but basically Spencer Hayward went on record saying like 80% of the league was using cocaine back in the day. Some of them could manage it better than others, if that's what you ask. And a lot of shit in that show, there's like a lot of stuff that was real, but there's a lot of stuff that was like fictional about that Lakers show. Like I've been having to go episode by episode to make sure, all right, how much of this shit actually happened? They're like Eli Apple, he's garbage. Yeah, New Orleans is definitely a football city. What's good, Daniel Ortiz? See, shout out Larry Johnson, that is, yeah. Damn, man, that sucks. Creaky joints, that sucks. But he started sports and all them, but yeah. I think the Bills will win a Super Bowl this year. I don't see him winning one because the league doesn't like new teams winning. But there will definitely be a contender. That's another one. Someone whoever asked me about which team's gonna be a contender. Yeah, Buffalo. They're supposed to get a new stadium soon. So Super Bowl appearance isn't crazy. You remember all the hype about Zion during his high school days, but you quit watching once you learned it was rigged. It's good. Leonid Fortes, what's good with you? That's funny. Yeah, for sure, man. Zion looked like a grown man in high school. Like a lot of these players I saw, whether it be in college, when I saw like Tennessee football players and basketball players, I was like, ain't no way you a freshman, man. Like some of the freshman football players be looking like grown ass men's full thick beard. And I was like, I don't remember this many people in high school having this thick of beards. There's a couple. But even then, they weren't that big. Like, where they were like 6'4", 250, or all of this, and 280. I was like, whoa. Like, these can't be really 18-year-olds. They got to be older than this. They got to be lying about their age or something. Yeah, Sixers got their ass smacked tonight. So MJ is apparently a robot now. I seen this one video someone showed me on TikTok of the tip-off where MJ got the ball and it looked like his arm extended, which the quality of the video is so bad you can't really tell. Excuse me. But it was so weird. It looked like his arm like straight up extended and grabbed the ball when he did the dunk. I believe if it was, or I gotta stop saying believe. I think if it was on some robotic shit, a fan at the game would have been said something about like, yo, I saw MJ's arm like stretched like Mr. Fantastic or something. So I want to chalk that up to the bad quality, but it looks really weird. Very weird. Back exists in the NBA in the 90s. NBA has been horrible ever since the Warriors dynasty emerged. That's when my interest kind of waned a little bit when they got KD. And it was super predictable it's going to be Golden State and Cleveland for like 5 years. But my odds being for when did I start thinking that, when I started to think that these leagues are rigged, I've always thought something with the Patriots and football, but it wasn't like confirmed. Then you heard about like Spygate and all. I'm like, okay, there's something there. But when the lights went out in the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl, I knew that was some Roger Goodell shit. I didn't know about all this shit being scripted, but I knew something was up there. But what really made me look into this stuff was the combination of the Saints-Rams game, the obvious no call, and then the Chiefs-Patriots AFC Championship game later that day. And it's like, why is it Tom Brady always finds a way to win shit he shouldn't be winning? And then I went down the rabbit hole and I was like, oh shit. And learn what I learned. Yeah, exactly. Ruff went to jail for rigging games in the 90s. Then Jordan went to the MLB for it. Yeah, that was a humiliation ritual. Because that was shortly after his dad died, when he went to the MLB or the minor leagues and all that. And he won the GOAT. He won the quote unquote GOAT because he was just a regular player in baseball. But books, the fixes in, Interference by Dan Maldea. That's more focused on the NFL, but still tells you about rigged and scripted sports. And actually, Brian Toohey has more than one book. He's got like the fixes in. I think he's got one called The Fix Is Still In. He's got multiple books, but that's where you should start. This was OC. Yeah, I gotta look at this shit. That Vince Carter frees up. Y'all have a question: what separates skills from script? What separates skill from script? Some players you can just look at, say, their mechanics. Like I mentioned, Giannis, he can't shoot without magnets. You can look at the hitch in his shot and tell this man can't shoot. Versus someone like, granted, he does get magnetic assistance like Steph Curry, but he can shoot. They just boost up his image or perception of how good he really is. Ja Morant jumping out the gym. You can't script a nigga jumping out the gym like that. Like, if you can't jump 48 inches out in the air, ain't no magnet finna help you jump higher like that. And you can look at, say, ball handling skills, pause, things like that. And then you can use your own discernment if you played, say, basketball or football, and you can tell, like, okay, this dude, he got something. Or this quarterback, he got something. Like Lamar Jackson, you can tell he got something. But when he decides to sit in the pocket and the pocket is collapsing and he just holds the ball and shit, when he could easily run out of there and run for 10, 15 yards, you know, that's some scripted shit. Kawhi robot for sure. That's the one person that comes to mind when I think of robots. Him and Steph. I gotta check out this Vince Carter shit after the stream over with. Say Kobe was a robot one time with Chris Rock. He was in a day. That could have been just MK Ultra. Yeah, I remember that the Rashad Jamal stream or whatever it was. Facts. I ain't hear about that. She done glitched up too during that presidential campaign and all. Yeah, she glitched up too. Fainted the same day she had a debate with Trump. Where they do that at? So you gonna homeschool your daughter? Yeah, I've thought about that whenever I have kids too. Do I want to, homeschool them or send them to school? Because there's a trade-off. Social skills if you send them to school, or like real knowledge if you homeschool them, and real skills and shit. Phoenix versus Philly, with Phoenix winning, the Phoenix rising over the Church of Philadelphia in Revelations. The Eminem was crazy weird too. I seen that with Kurt. Yeah, he glitched the fuck up. I seen that. Yeah, I remember he had an MK Ultra breakdown too. He was talking about the witch. And this whole video, I put that in my Eminem has been replaced one too. Yeah. What you talking about? Don't fuck with the witch. Yeah. He had we talking about this whole thing about getting drugged by a witch and sleeping with her. It was a really wild story. But this was clearly an experience he had, because he was really, really passionate about it, and the look of terror he had when he was talking about don't fuck with the witch. Yeah, he been through some shit, and he had the blonde hair back then too. But yeah, he been through some shit. Never cry. Sometimes LeBron is robotic. Tom Brady too. Wonder if they do Mahomes versus Lamar this year. NFL been dropping the ball on that. They should have been did that matchup. They should have did that in 2020. Or was that? No, the 2019-2020 year when the Ravens went 14-2. They dropped the ball on that. They should have been did that matchup. That shit he did in 2015, 2016 was impossible. That shooting was ridiculous. There's one clip where that tattoo is like the little the matching tattoo he got with his wife. That shit like disappeared under his arm. It was like real quick. It was the weirdest shit I've seen. I played it slow to make sure I wasn't crazy. But this tattoo like just disappeared and the skin went like regular skin, like no tattoo and shit. I was like, okay, something ain't right about this dude. And then Kevin Hart even mentioned Steph was an android robot. And of course, since Kevin Hart said it, you think it's just a joke because he's a comedian. And then the mini commercial of Steph Curry, that's a whole rabbit hole in itself. National Fixed League, indeed. It's good, Eric. What's good with you, man? Beeline Eve is what you think, hinting at. Yeah. I try not to say believe as much. But no, Warriors are winning. You can see Phoenix win next year when Cardinals win Super Bowl at home coming up, so keep that in mind. The importance of him if he did get his 8th ring, he'd be 8-3. He was born on 8-3, 83. Think about how that's murder in gematria. Think about the lifestyle that surrounds, Brady and all that. Him mentioned his wife is a witch, which I don't know why people just want to act like these motherfuckers ain't doing black magic out here when they say shit like that. That 2014 was your shit got weird. What do I think of AI? A good player, a real nigga, not the elite's his nickname AI. For stars, he wore number 3. He was down with the shit too. It's just the league didn't like him as much because he was the way that he was. Shaq, J. Will, Barkley, the rest of the old NBA. But yeah, he was down with it too. Do I like Kwame Brown on YouTube? I don't watch Kwame Brown. I've seen his shit, but nah, I'm good on that. Brady equals greatest fraud in sports history. I won't disagree with that. So is high school basketball rigged? The only way it could be rigged is if you say you bribing referees and shit, but are there magnets? No. For the most part, that shit, like, if you got a team of, say, regular people playing basketball, none of these people are big name attractions. Because regular people, no, they really just playing basketball out there. AAU, that's a different conversation. That's really where a lot of that corruption starts too, for the players at a young age. That's a good Netflix movie. I forgot. It's the one that got Tyreek from Power. When he was younger, he's like an AAU basketball player. And it really goes into detail about how much behind the scenes shit goes on in AAU basketball. But yeah, your regular like high school basketball game, man, that shit just them niggas playing basketball. Also, the most obvious NBA series fix is the Kings and Lakers. We know Donahue. Yeah, we know about that. Saw that State Farm commercial with Phoenix in the background before CP3 ever went to the Suns. No. I know I saw the one with him and the buck, the deer or whatever. And the deer like fucked his garage up and stuff for his house. But KD, Kawhi, LeBron, Butler went through humiliation rituals so far in the playoffs. You waiting for other guys to receive the same soon in this decode. Yeah, it ain't over with. You know niggas gonna get humiliated and shit. Home court ref cooking. Very interesting, but the rest in high school are making it more obvious than ever, especially the past 3-4 years. It's always been sus. So you see manipulated high school games. So Josh shot too flat. He don't put a lot of power on the shot. Hey, if it ain't on YouTube, go to Twitter. Twitter has a lot of shit. That's where I usually be finding a lot of these clips of the different moments, say Magnum manipulate shots. Twitter will have it. Twitter will be on there like that. Yeah, you're right about that route running skill. Devontae Adams is a prime example. Ben Simmons is a better shooter than Luka in real life. Damn. That's crazy. You got Brady saying that. Gotta do live streams on the episodes. It's not so much the overall episode isn't real. It's just different bits and pieces from it. Like Spencer Haywood talking about putting a hit on the whole Lakers. That's not true. He put a hit on Paul Westhead. That's a prime example. See, we got a super chat. It's good, Gold Nickel. What's good? What you appreciate the super chat. So kind of see LeBron demanding a trade to Philly to play in the East. You know, Jeannie Buss says they aren't trading him, but you don't believe it all the way. Philly. I don't really see LeBron going to any other teams besides, say, Cleveland for his last year to retire. Excuse me. Say, obviously not to fully play in Cleveland because they're set with what they have now. They really don't need to get him. But you know, on some like we'll sign you to a 10-day and you retire, go off in the sunset for the storybook ending to your career type shit. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, this is what I do. I love doing this shit. And I appreciate y'all for being here too. Ralph Alverson explains the Illuminati for Masons around the world. They don't deny God is real. They only test supremacy. I didn't even put that up before. Oh yeah, not everybody gonna cry. NBA games be feeling like 2K. Speaking of which, I know there's people have made the glitch or the NSYNC videos where like two NBA players or three get up at the same time or they do the same gesture at the same time. It's shit like that's like that MK Ultra shit. But they program. But they be right in sync on some 2K shit. There was that clip where Carmelo Anthony fell on the court. He wasn't in sync or nothing. He just fell on the court and just laid out like a snow angel. They didn't stop the game at all until a foul was called. Or something. I think it was a foul or the ball went out of bounds. But he was clearly laying out in the middle of the court. They were playing around him and everything. Refs didn't stop the game once. Say some of these guys are holograms. These niggas ain't holograms playing in the game or whatever like that. If you got actual fans there, which I get, Project Bluebeam is a thing. Nah, they really there. They ain't no holograms. If it was like a news story or some shit like that, or a presidential press conference, then you could talk about some holograms and shit. You don't know which college, but you removed watching a video on Facebook where the football team came to the sideline on a timeout, and when the coach went in the middle, he just disappeared. What? Colorado equals 83 as well. Good catch. Appreciate a Kobe fan. The 2014 finals was weird as shit. A lot of these finals was weird as hell. 2016, the 3-1 lead. That's the one I was like, okay, something ain't right. That's when I knew that they were going to have Cleveland come back. Especially after Curry fouled out. Of all people, when Curry fouls out, I was like, oh yeah, Cleveland finna win this shit. They went above and beyond to make sure LeBron had help in that one. Michael Blackson. I just saw a video about that. I forgot who made a video, and that's funny as hell. He put a curse on Ben Simmons. He was Shannon Sharp's podcast, basically hinting at it. Michael Blackson will do anything to be the center of attention, though, at the same time. You're going to be hearing Brady every day if he gets his A. He better not. Yeah, does it align with their agendas? Then you got to think about jersey sales, merchandise. Who the fans and who the kids gravitate to. Like, kids gravitate to LeBron James as much as we don't like adults don't give a fuck about LeBron. Younger people like LeBron because he's like a superhero to them. Same with Giannis, too. Giannis is like a superhero to them. Say your high school ain't rigged. Yeah, when I played, it wasn't rigged. When I played, there was no magnets in the rims and shit like that. You seen magnet shots. Was it like a full court or half court shot? This ball like sat on the front of the rim before it went in. It wasn't even a game. It was just at a high school. In like they gym. I was like, yeah, that's a little funny. What if these people are real, but they definitely under MK Ultra? Like, these coaches be handlers and shit like Popovich, Phil Jackson, Steve Kerr, who played under who? Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich. That's where they learn this shit from. And you look at a lot of these different coaches be having backgrounds with, say, military experience, like a Greg Popovich, Mike Krzyzewski. Yeah, these niggas be under MK Ultra for sure. You just hear about these players like Kobe. He would listen to, was it Michael Myers or Jason's music before the game? Like, who's doing that? That's weird as fuck. That's weird as hell. Like, nigga going in straight serial killer mode out there, just completely dissociating with everything around to the point he's completely locked in. And I understand playing sports, you have to be locked in, but the level they're locked in is on some other shit. I don't know any teammate in any sport I've ever played that was like, yeah, I just listen to, Michael Myers music to get hyped. No, they listen to Lil Wayne or whoever the poppin' rapper was at the time. The ball hooks in midair and is attracted to the back of the rim. I don't know what specific shot you talking about. Oh, the magnetic shot. I got you. How do you find the Vince video? Like I said, go to Twitter. I'd say Vince Carter Freeze, Twitter maybe. I haven't seen the video yet, so I have to go find it first. Say Bronze High School, that was shit. You heard of Mater D1 high school football player got graped by teammates that big California football school that wins everything. I'm gonna say this, bro. In them locker rooms, weird stuff happens in different locker rooms. This ain't just some NBA stuff or some college, like high school. Weird stuff happens. They got some weird things that go on. That's all I'm gonna really say. There was a story from Udowa High School, which is in my hometown, Chattanooga, Tennessee. This player, I don't remember if he talked about what the players was doing to him to the coach and got punished by the players. But they jammed a pool stick up his, back door along with some other shit. And like the coach knew but didn't do anything. And that's what made it worse. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff be going on in these like locker rooms and shit in high school sports too. And it don't even be shit the coaches even are doing or are necessarily aware of. Y'all said the coach was involved. Damn. Yeah, you got a phoenix on the balls in the background. You think it's been some extra pay behind being handed out in high school because we all the same, paying some recruit being recruited by UNC, Duke here in North Carolina. Magnets, no bribing, yes. You get the high school love, you don't need magnets. YouTube and Instagram comments, bots are part of something bigger because you have all this money from one company and can't do anything about it. That's really to just sway opinions from other people in coming watching a video. Like if you, say you just found a video, most people naturally just look at part of the video, then automatically go to the comments and just see what people got to say to gauge how they should feel about the video. Because we're in a society where everybody wants to fit in. So if you see a bunch of, say, fake-ass bots and shit comment one way, it's going to sway your opinion. That's part of social engineering with social media. That's why they made social media so prevalent in the day and age we live in. So, yeah, I done seen bot comments on my YouTube channel. I done seen bot comments on my Instagram. TikTok definitely got some bot commenters, too. Twitter, all of that. And when I see them, I always make sure, let me see your channel. When did you join YouTube? Oh, you joined like a week ago? Yeah, that's a bot. And then you look at the bot farms in like India and all these other countries. These sports shows always hinting at black magic, espionage, but Sports Nation kept bringing on Lil B. And then remember Morant Magic with that half-court shot. We know it was a magnet, but just saying. Tiger Woods, you'll see that clip of him as a 3-year-old. You never seen a human act more robotic. A lot of children of ex-pro players, ex-military. MJ, his dad had military ties. I haven't seen the one of Tiger Woods though, but yeah, a lot of these motherfuckers either played in sports, was in entertainment industry, in the military, something like that. They always make it a point to bring his uncle played in the NBA, or his uncle played in the NFL. His brother is in college now. Yeah, like Eric Ainge, who played for Tennessee. His uncle is Danny Ainge. And you could just Wikipedia Danny Ainge and look at the connections he has in politics. Which I think he has. Well, yeah, another brother is actually like a politician in Utah. That's why he's over there. Just look at all the connections right there. It's like, that's interesting. You just suddenly decide to go from Oregon to play football at UT in Tennessee. That's funny. Appreciate it, man. Be easy. That Buck going to Chris Paul's house was an omen of the Bucks beat them in the playoffs. Yeah. Brady literally said the tuck rule was a fumble like months ago. He said in a video when he was golfing that made you respect Brady a little bit more because you guess he knows BS. Of course they know. He said the bitch needs to take his ass to the D-League. Look at the MLB page of the back-to-back home runs the Angels players hit and hear what they said. Appreciate it, Yo Savvy. I bet they said some shit like, what, you couldn't script it any better? Because them baseball announcers be getting real comfortable with the shit they say. I mean, you sitting there for 9 innings, you just gonna let some shit gonna slip. Homeschool kids socialize more than people think. No kid is homeschooled, but he's also on sports teams and is involved in other activities which interact with other kids outside of school. Yeah, when I was playing soccer, there was like a homeschool team. Which I always found weird. But yeah, we played against a homeschool team. And then there was like other teams we could play or other schools we play, and they'd like have homeschooled players play on the team since they was in that school zone or whatever. Honestly, the ones I met, honestly, they were still weird, socially awkward. But again, it's the amount of exposure they have to kids. Say the person who goes to
Regular public school, you're going to be around kids the whole damn day, 7-8 hours. Plus, if you play sports and you got practice. Versus if you home, say, your parents doing school, and then you have these, 2-3 hours with these other kids. So you got to look at that too. But if you homeschool your kids, I would do my best to make sure they interact with other people. Because I know people personally, I've seen it's like you ain't interact with enough people. And it shows in your 20s. And it shows. They know they have a home team in Super Bowl 3 years in a way. Too many bets would be on Arizona. And that's why I said when I said it was going to be 2 years in a row, I was like, nah, ain't no way 2 years in a row. But for real, I don't see 3. Especially if it's a new team winning the Super Bowl like Arizona, no. If it was a team that already won, it'd be a different story. Remember when 2K20 said that the Clippers were going to lose before reaching the finals in the bubble and that Lakers will win the chip? I don't remember that, no. I know these games hinted about, I don't remember that at all. I want to say I had 2K20. Yeah, that's AD. That was AD on the cover. I don't think I was playing 2K at the time. That's why. Yeah, I think I uninstalled 2K from my Xbox. I didn't know anything about that. Damn. He was asking before the Lakers owner Jerry Buss. What? For the Lakers owner, Jerry Buss, the NBA was literally going out of business. So do I think Jerry Buss was using women to sexualize them like toys to make money? Of course he was. They don't paint his daughter in the right light either. They make Jeannie look like she was this saint, which couldn't be farther from the truth. So yeah, there's a lot with that show that isn't true. It's entertaining. It's a good show. It's entertaining and all that, but they definitely either added some things or, left some shit out. I know she had some background in entertainment before American Idol. They did the Whitney Houston hologram. Did they? They were going to do one. They just showing you what they have been doing. I was about to say, who the fuck wants to watch a Whitney Houston hologram concert? I know they did Pac. They did Chief Keef. Because I think that was during the pandemic. That's what else kind of sparked artists trying to perform from home and shit like that. But yeah, I'm good on a Whitney Houston concert. I don't need that. That you thought he was hurt. That LeBron was supposed to win 2015 finals, but NBA wanted to establish a dynasty, so they made Warriors win. In fact, Bulls could have beaten the Cavs in 2015. There's a lot of teams that could have beat the Cavs in their route to the NBA finals. And then the Cavs and Warriors were helped in their conference finals matchups as KD threw the 3-1 lead, yes. And Clay got the magnetic assist as he got hot to save the Warriors' ass to even, get him to the finals that year. It's just funny, back-to-back 3-1 leads blown. That was Rich would embarrass LeBron and make him look a lot worse in 17-18. I'm a UNC fan, but I'm not even like crazy over them like that. Because I know the thing about UNC players, when they get to the league, they don't usually pan out to the level they was in college. Greg Popovich, handler. What's good, Sean? See Adrian Payne got shot. Yeah, I saw that. And the dude Sean I'm talking about, he feared for his life because he was tall and intimidating. Adrian, that is. Yeah, that whole shit didn't even make no sense. I always thought he was on drugs. That nigga was on the MK Ultra. That's what the fuck he was. Same with KG and other players. That's an ironic name, Truth Matters. Who I think is the best NBA player of all time? Like I said, man, like it's me growing up, it's tough to go against Jordan. I see where people come from with the Wilt Chamberlain. I know people always say he went against a bunch of short white dudes. But Wilt was a freak of nature athletically. So me personally, I'm still going to say MJ. Man, then you got Kobe. You can't leave Kobe off the list. LeBron, is not on that list at all. Ultimate trade. The QBs make it to the NFL. How come I don't mess with Kwame? He's going against the system. Stephen A. Smith and all right, Kyrie's a controlled opposition too, man. Let's see. He's got his own movie, own shoe, on the cover of 2K, had commercials, All-Star MVP, won a championship, multiple-time All-Star. Kyrie's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Kwame Brown was a number 1 overall draft pick. He was initiated into the brotherhood anyway. And he went viral. Was it the anniversary or the birthday of the Boule? Kwame really don't go against the system. He just be talking shit about people. Say Braun and Shaq. There was no-name players that put Shaq in his place. Are some players actually robust? I think so. Say like Tom Brady. There was a clip talking about how Tom Brady would go to the cloning facility one time for every Super Bowl ring. I can't ignore that. I cannot ignore that at all. Oh yeah, and there's also I mentioned this with Roberto. They have like this robotic jump shot like machine that can shoot perfect like 3-pointers and shit. This came out 5-6 years ago. So it's very possible. I mean, shit, just look at all the different robots they got now. They already got like robotic baristas and shit. Look like regular people. You remember the sex dolls that came out back in 2018, 17, 18? That shit kind of got swept under the rug. They don't even really mention that shit no more. It's possible. There's Dua Lipa, a transformer. Dua Lipa got a strong jawline. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the first thing I peeped. Shaq's dad he was a military brat. Michael Strahan, that's another one, military brat. Like I mentioned before, MJ. How many black coaches in the NBA do I think are handlers? Shit, I say all of them are handlers. They over the players. You gotta manage them. You gotta manage these different personalities in the locker room. If you think about it, you got the players that go straight to TV that never become coaches. And then you got the ones that become coaches and don't go to TV. Or if they do, it's after their coaching career. See, where was I? It's always crazy how these NFL players get away with so much stuff. Like, on the field or off the field. Like I said, Dua Lipa got a strong jawline. If I didn't know any better, Dua Lipa was probably a boxer in a past life. Who knows? So you heard Messi was a transformer? I don't know. Do I like Chet Hanks? That's the one who tried to be like Jamaican and shit or whatever. Man, yeah, if I'm thinking of the same one, that's the one who got the all-seeing eye tatted on his chest and all that. No, I don't fuck with that dude. He the one who tried to joke about them concentration, them FEMA camps and shit. Yeah, I think it was Chet Hanks. No, I don't fuck with that nigga. Tiger Woods clip. Yeah, the one of him being 3 acting robot. I gotta look that one up. And then Vince Carter freezing up. I gotta find that shit. Doris Burke told more truth this NBA season, more than any of them, if you ask you. But nobody paid attention to her because they made Doris hate her for so long when she did NCAA. Doris Burke is like the only female announcer I don't have a problem with. And I find it weird Drake had a crush on her. That's still the weirdest shit to me. Like, out of all the people on ESPN or TNT, this the one, Doris Burke. Come on, Doris Burke. Come on. Doris Burke always got them crusty chapped lips. Where's the Super Bowl this year? I think it's in Arizona. Should be Arizona. And then I think the next year is New Orleans. Let me see. Yeah, Glendale, Arizona. Yeah. I mean, they weren't really all that in the first place, to be honest. Do you think the Super Bowl concert was a hologram? That's a whole lot of symbolism. I'll tell you that much. Because I know the team that really debuted that Blue Beam shit or made a splash with it was the Panthers with their intro. They have like a panther like jumping all over the stadium and jumping on the field and shit. Which if I saw that in person, I don't know how I feel about that, man. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Get this goddamn cat off of this field. Let these players run out. I don't want all that. That's too much. Yeah, the video game's super telling. They tell you in Madden about magnetic grip gloves. They even tell you the first 15, 20 plays are scripted. Have I seen the new Unreal Engine 5? No, I haven't seen it. Why would they leave stuff out? They really show Jeannie Buss was honeypot recruiting high school girls to shake their ass in front of men at Lakers games. Yeah, they left out a lot. It's funny, Magic don't even like the show, so his response is he gonna make Apple TV, like a Last Dance type thing for the Dynasty. Oh, that's funny as hell. Cause like, okay, y'all got this show that I don't really fuck with that tells more truth about me than y'all need to know. I'm gonna make my own version. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I answered that. So UNC and Golden State was your team, even Minnesota, the Lynx, and the WNBA. Yeah, I don't watch the WNBA. So you thought Melo was hurt? That nigga was just laid out. That nigga glitched up. Is this the rise of the international player in the NBA because Giannis won back-to-back MVPs, now Jokic? Are they pushing Luka this year? Do I think it's the Suns advancing? Yeah, I said Dallas. I got Dallas win the series. Because, I mean, Luka done paid his dues and had him get beat by the Clippers multiple times in the playoffs. But the 6-year-old trying to hug CP3's wife, and he's been banned from coming back to the arena. Chris Paul was going ham on that kid. That's funny. What about the Cannon moving with Trump? Yes. Dua Lipa, pop singer. If I made the NBA or NFL, what would I do to go against the system or would I go against the system or take a paycheck? I guess is what you're asking. I make that shit real, man. Turn off them goddamn magnets. For one, bring back hand checking. I'll make that shit more street rules, like you gonna get if you go in the lane, like all that shit. Giannis be doing that bully ball shit. You getting clothesline. I don't care. For a split second, fuck player safety. You getting clothesline for doing that Giannis shit. That shit LeBron do trying to bully ball. No, let DeMarcus Cousins sit in that lane, and LeBron try that shit. DeMarcus Cousins can really push him out the air and shit. You couldn't undercut though. You could not undercut, but you clothesline a nigga. It'd be a regular foul though, common foul. That's funny. I do remember that. What do I really think of Hubert Davis? When he first got hired, I was not a fan. I was like, man, this shit ain't gonna be good for North Carolina. End up going to the national championship. We'll see. He's still a black coach. You know how they treat black coaches in sports. That's my one thing. Are they gonna give him a championship? They might give him one for throwing this last one. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see. Is John Shire gonna outshine him as far as the battle of the Duke UNC rivalry? Is that power gonna shift to Duke more so? Because John Shire, he Israeli. And someone you mentioned before, Duke already threw that shit earlier with the whole Coach K tribute, blah, blah, blah. Something's going to come in return as a reward for Duke. So, something to look for. And I'm not a fan of him saying he's proud of his white wife. Forgot that. Ain't no wrong with having interracial relationships and shit. You don't say shit like that, though. Like, I'm proud of my white, I can't say that. White wife. You don't say shit like that at a press conference. Man, he looked like a chomo, Adam Silver. This before I even woke up this shit. I was like, this nigga look weird, but he just give off a weird vibe. Ever hear about Michael Irvin stabbing a teammate in training camp because he wouldn't let him get in front of him? And I also Luka got the Aussie and I tag, yeah. And I did hear about the Michael Irvin situation. Michael Irvin has a very interesting story. Well, I think of gangster from MAMU college, like Dion, many other hood niggas who played for 90s Cowboys. What? What do I don't know. Well, I honestly don't know what that question is saying. And yes, they throw games and they sign contracts and their shit within the contracts, NDAs, fine print. But I don't know what that first question meant, to be honest. Do I like Malika Andrews? I mean, she looked good. That's really as far as it goes. Whose celebrities are Transformers? Too many to name. I say start with the ones that got very strong jawlines, very broad shoulders, Adam's apples. There's one of them Capital One commercials. Jennifer Gardner. That's one. Allegedly. Do you think the USL follows a new way to test our strips and technology? Does she still commentate? Yeah. You think it's crazy that he used comedians to do that? Yeah. And Joan Rivers said that shit, and 2 weeks later, she was out of here. But got winning this year, Boston. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, yeah. They say it in man, but people ain't catch on. Speedbrook Warriors. So you think the Suns? Like I said, if the NBA is smart, they should push this to 7. They'd be an idiot not to. So much symbolism, music videos, that shit ain't never gonna change. The NFL did Cam Newton dirty. They do a lot of black quarterbacks dirty. To the Bucks. The other team in green. Super Bowl 50 blue pyrotech for 1. You get rid of zone defense. At one point, zone defense wasn't even a thing in the NBA. Like, it was outlawed. There's some college basketball stuff. Then I broke down the AFC Championship. Mahomes took a dive like you've never seen in sports. That second half was blatant. Yeah, my rigged NFL series I did. Oh yeah, appreciate it, James Little, for sure. I know I'll be seeing you in the streams and whatnot. You see Bill Lambier having a field day with the new rules. Yes, I'm here for the bring back the Raja Bell clotheslines. I'm here for that. They're more busy than the last couple. Yeah. The rig sports will be jumping. That Kevin Samuels was jumping like a motherfucker too. I wasn't even trying to go an hour and 28 minutes. What I was like, that shit gonna be like an hour. I'm done. Nah, that shit went on. I had fun though. Ingram from Fox News is a transformer for sure. They got that Adam's apple. Did I see the new Sports Illustrated cover page? That was some kind of nasty page with the. Is that the one that would have like two women on there or something like that? Or no, is that the one with the transformer? Something like that. They purposely put a transformer on the cover or something like that. I ain't seen the SI cover in a long time. Laura Ingram and Rachel Maddox. All right, for sure, Blue Power Tech. You got Dallas and Boston. Interesting. Tatum and Luke is a new matchup they need. If Michael Irvin is a hood nigga, but he throw games and stayed in the system instead of going against it because they didn't follow law, they sold drugs, all kind of stuff on that Miami. Okay, I guess you asked, is he a hood nigga, but he threw games? I'm honestly lost on this question. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm sorry, I'm lost on this question. But I'm gonna answer this the best I can. You gotta remember, like, the people that came from, like, say, the hood or whatever like that, they trying to make money and help their family and shit get out of that situation too. So of course they gonna sell out. No different than rappers selling out and shit to get their family in a better position, which eventually in the end they gonna fuck them over by sacrificing them and shit, allegedly. But yeah, it's a business move too. They know what it is. It's like Marshawn Lynch. Think about his reputation as like a real nigga, but you see him in these Skittles commercials, these Man commercials, these Subway commercials. He trying to get his family out of a bad situation and shit. Does it make it okay? No, but we see where I ain't gonna say the justification, but where the motive come from. They bring back 90s rules, guys like Kawhi or Iggy would survive. Yeah. You believe if you played in the NBA, you wouldn't throw games, you would play hard, and these niggas say what you doing, kid. I remember when Grant Williams was a rookie in the bubble. They were playing Toronto. I want to say it was a regular season game to end, closing out the season. And the Boston Celtics let, I think it was Kyrie Irving, damn. Kyle Lowry score an open layup near the end of a game. You know the unwritten rule, you don't do shit like that if you're already winning. And Grant Williams was like, what the fuck, guys? And all the Boston players are laughing about it. Same with the Toronto players. Except him, because he's a rookie and he ain't really understand yet that, you know, point spreads and over-unders factor into this shit. Says it's the most recent one of the 5 or 6 WNBA players on the cover. It's not attractive. I mean, them motherfuckers ain't attractive anyway. If they put a zone on Giannis. That is the one person I would allow them to put a zone on Giannis. Fuck the dumb shit. But you don't need a zone because, like I said, bring back clotheslines. Bring back the Bill Lambiers, the Raja Bells. Let that tall, lanky 7-foot motherfucker go in the lane. Doing all that bullshit. See what happened. I think it's blackball. He ain't blackball. Some humiliation ritual shit. Boost his image. Keep his name in the news. He got an album coming out soon. His baby mama just died a couple weeks ago. I watched Kyrie Irving stream. I ain't know Kyrie was streaming. He was exposing the NBA, all type of shit. Wolf in sheep's clothing, like I said before. I ain't know he was live streaming. That's crazy. Yeah, Sixers got embarrassed. So you begin to Pac and Biggie a lot. More listen to their music, then watch a show called Unsolved. I watched a couple episodes of that shit. They got the dude from Always Sunny as the cop and shit. They done ran the Pac and Biggie shit in the ground with too many shows. I lost interest. I'm like, I can't do this. It's better than them bullshit movies. The Biggie movie, I can rewatch the Biggie movie. It's alright. They got some shit wrong, but I can rewatch it. That Pac movie was trash. That was complete garbage. You remember Brandon Ingram, the NC news stations pushed how poor he was, and because of Reggie Bullock from Kingston, his players sell out over money. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bullock played in North Carolina. YSL Rico charges. Wow. Yeah, that shit crazy. When I saw that 56 counts on date numerology with 56, I was like, yeah, this some bullshit. This scripted. I ain't need to go any further. NBA soft as hell. Now they keep saying defense is the same, which it ain't. But offense evolved with 3-point shooting. But when you watch these games live, the defense is so damn awful. It's like every now and again they'll let like some good defense get through, but it's not enough. I'm not saying I want no 80 to 70 something point games. I'm not a fan of that at all. But hey, at least, you know, bring back that tenacity. Make it feel like, yo, this shit really means something to last so many seconds of the game. I remember when players used to jump into the crowd to save the ball and do all, or jump over the scorer's table to save the ball. I haven't seen that at all this year. A couple years ago, I saw that. But this year, I haven't seen it. Do I think WWE and sports work hand? Yes. If they're rigged, WWE matches are rigged too, yeah. It's no difference whenever the wrestlers make their way through the ring and shit. They get told, okay, so-and-so's going to win. And they got to find a way to sell it. Tyree was live streaming GTA talking about something inappropriate and he left because he forgot it was the Twitch community. Yeah, I think they clamped down on Twitch with a whole bunch of the guidelines. Like people used to live stream like the NASCAR races and shit. They used to watch all that on Twitch. And now people gotta like get strategic and change the layout and the size to watch it and put all this dumbass text on the screen. Because your stream will get pulled for, you know, live streaming live TV and shit. You just found your channel. Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. 56 nights. Yeah, Future. Yeah, that Future DJ Esco shit. 56 nights. That number. 6 is 1 is 2-2. San Fran won the Super Bowl in the 75th season of the NFL. Warriors in San Fran now if they move from Oakland. NBA is in 75th season. Do I know whether the 49ers won their 5th Super Bowl? Miami. Interesting. Could that make Ultra commercial be the future? Who knows? I think the only reason WWE is still a big thing is because they admit and everyone knows it's fake, of course. And they know how to they knew how to capitalize on that shit back in the Attitude Era. When they went PG, they fucked up. That's why they're trying to work their way back. I'm saying playing hard because it's a game. I played my whole life for something more hood from me. It wouldn't even be no hood shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to win. That's all I say. So do I think Kyrie is woke, man? Like I said before, Kyrie is a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. Like the shit, does he be saying some truth? Of course. Like he said about the sheep shot. He had the right to question it. Earth being flat, which he got crucified for. So, of course, but he's still down with them people. Don't forget that shit. Nigga says WWE is live action anime. I ain't heard that one before. Anime, that's interesting. But they over the top, you know, characters and personas. I see what you coming from though. How they fucked up in the PG era. Man, that whole shit was trash. That's when they were trying to shove John Cena in everybody's face and shit. And it's like, bro, we don't want to see Cena. He was a face and they was booing the shit out of him in like every arena. Even when when they went to Boston and he from Massachusetts, they booed the fuck out of his ass. And usually when you the hometown wrestler, even if you are the heel, you still get cheers. Like shit, The Miz, when he was a heel, he went to Cleveland. He got cheers. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do a video on the 56 nights. Because the whole backstory was about DJ Esco spending 56 nights in Dubai over some drugs and shit. Because they don't play about the drugs in Dubai. I think it was something simple like weed. It wasn't like no crazy shit. Though I think going to try and push, they're gonna try to push Caleb Love at some point. It's something about him. He for one looks super weird to you, and the vibe with him is weird. What are they gonna do with him? Like I said, they don't really do much with UNC players once they get to the league. I appreciate it. Shout out Big Pontiac in the building. For sure. WWE is only big because of kids with imagination. It's all majority rule for tickets and sales. Is just like an entertainment. It is an entertainment business. Have I seen that new show on? I think you're talking about the Penn Tavern. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I made a video on it. When you talk about Mike Myers, anything he's in, I'm not interested in. Mike Myers is too goofy for me. That ain't for me. Where the magnets in the rim, you partly answer your own question. It's in the rim and then in the square, the backboard. Like, you notice if the ball gets him within the vicinity, you'll see the ball beeline to say the backboard, the square to go in, or the rim, and they can push shit out too. And they got a chip in the basketball on top of that. Have I seen Jared Leto's outfit at Met Gala? No. I'm not surprised. You got the nigga who played that shitty ass Joker. I follow Vince Russo. He wrote for that shit and he said WWE has no characters anymore. That is true. They don't have characters people connect to like that. And then the new Cena, since you mentioned Cena lame as fuck, which is true. The new Cena is The Rock's cousin. Go figure. Roman Reigns. Wrestling golden years back in the 90s. Wrestling as a whole will never be the same again. No. I got like one of my close friends. He loves watching NXT, Raw, Smack. He watch all that shit. And it's weird because he got into wrestling later on after. Actually, really at a later age than most. Like I got into it when I was in high school. I think he got into it when he was in college. Or it might have been, like 2-3 years ago. And I think he's a year younger than me. And it's like, you don't hear that. That was like, that's weird. But hey, he likes it. He knows a lot about it. More power to him. But they hate UNC players that bad, and that's why K gets what has been done for him. Well, Coach K had that connection with Nike. But another reason, too, is like with North Carolina players, them young North Carolina teams usually don't do shit. They usually miss the tournament or go to the NIT if they're lucky. But like the old Roy Williams teams, they would have to build that team and play together for at least 3-4 years before suddenly they're a contending team. But I think Roman Reigns now all of a sudden done WWE and going to Hollywood, saying Cena's a bitch for doing that last year. Cena should have been left a long time ago. Like that show Peacemaker, I actually like that show. He's trying to be like The Rock, but he is not The Rock. But Cena's got kind of his own lane with the shit. He just got to pick and choose the movies and shows he goes in more carefully. The Rock, granted, The Rock was playing the same person over and over at this point. But you can plug The Rock in so many different things and it just works out. John Cena don't have that luxury. Someone said he had a shirt that said Baphomet on it too, or had the Baphomet on there. When you hoop, you see jump shots going different ways. In NBA, the shots going the exact same. So you know the max. Yeah, you can hear there's a certain clunk when it hit the back iron. Like, yeah, that shit, that's a magnet. Or when the three, like, I don't know how to explain it, but when it hits the net and it's like, if you ever played, was it NBA 2K5? Yeah, showing my age right there. The way the ball hit the net in 2K5, it was like the net just didn't swish naturally. It was just like the net was stiff. It's hard to explain, but go watch a YouTube video of NBA 2K5. Had Ben Wallace on the cover of it. And look how the ball went in. You'll see what I'm talking about. Reigns not like seeing the Austin Theory. Who you should look out for. Someone mentioned him yesterday. And I was talking to my friend. He was talking about some Austin Theory. I didn't know who the fuck that was. Roman Reigns is retiring good. They push him like Cena though. Coach K didn't want to do one and done stuff like Calipari. That shit bit Calipari in the ass too. So NBA scripted setting up Bucks versus Warriors. NBA setting up Warriors to be like Spurs of Tony, Tim, Manu, Curry, Dre, and Clay. Can't forget Poole. Poole's like the youngin. Like I said, I don't see Warriors Bucks. I see Golden State and Boston. Used to be a thing called UNC, a 2H team. I mean, they just forget how to a second half team and forget how to play during the first 20 minutes. Think Roman is retiring because he's tired of W toxic base. Didn't someone say getting into acting, going into Hollywood? Cena's better acting than WWE. He's natural for that. I mean, Cena's kind of funny. I'll give him that. Cena's actually kind of funny as far as acting goes. WWE, I wasn't a fan of it. When he was doing the rap shit, the thugonomic shit, he was solid. When they tried to push him as a superhero with LeBron James of wrestling, that's when it was like corny. And I was like, get this shit out of here. Push somebody else. Push my nigga Randy Orton. Fuck you mean? A real heel, nigga. You think Philly Warriors Sixers? I mean, Sixers down 3-2 now. There's obviously scripted for them. Was it Colin Cowherd said something interesting about that? He was trying to debunk the whole fact that the NBA is rigged. Usually it's not rigged, blah, blah, blah. And he mentioned how the league is done with LeBron and they're trying to push Curry further. And just the way he was talking about it, that's very interesting. And someone mentioned Curry's in his 13th season. That's usually a big year for players, say in the NFL or in the NBA, that 13th season. Yeah, that shit is obvious as fuck. They just forget how to play basketball, do dumb shit, travel. It's like they'll jump in the air, act like they're gonna pass and jump and then finally decide to pass. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? Al Horford, the only person I like from that Florida team. He got that ugly ass jump shot though. I think Brady goes to the Super Bowl this year. Also, what's my opinion on him being an announcer for 10 more years? So annoying. I can live with him talking as an announcer. I don't want to see him go to another Super Bowl. But he might. He might. What kind of character would I be, heel or babyface? I'd rather be a heel, dude. I feel like babyface and wrestling ain't as fun. Being a heel, you get to like come up out of nowhere, hit people with chairs, do your finisher when people in the middle of their promos and shit. I like something like that, man. Say a game had a realistic way the Nets move in NBA Live 10. That's the one with Dwight Howard on it. I have that game. I ain't really played a whole lot. Oh, Nets. My bad. I'm thinking of the basketball team. Yeah, you right about that. Yeah, the Nets were realistic. Oh yeah, right. That shit was demonic as fuck. A lot of commercials from Curry. And then Clay got that Buffalo Wild Wings commercial too. Then Curry got the crypto one. He's a mime and all that shit. Yeah. All right, it's gonna be last comment. Brady Manic, white boy, didn't trip at the end. He was crawling around the floor like an animal on 4 legs. That was the longest trip seen your life. Yeah, that shit was something else. Actually, let me answer this real quick. Do I think there's any magnet tech in the baseball? No, they don't need to. My thing is this: if there was it, the ball would hit the foul poles a lot more than they do now. And when you got teams working together like that and they juice the ball, you wouldn't need magnets. And the fans can keep the baseballs too. That's the most important key. Did I notice how he was doing his word life hand sign and then switched to the 666? Yeah, for hustle, loyalty, respect. Yeah, I saw that. That was right when he was starting to get that real push to be the face. All right, so yeah, that's the end of this one. This has been Rigged NBA Part 14. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring notification bell. I appreciate all the support, all the super chats. Y'all have a good one. We're going to be back again at 8:45 tomorrow night.